There have been many disgusting statements made recently concerning allegations of improper conduct on my part. These statements about me are totally false.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Next Generation podcast. Today I'm going to be discussing the 1993 allegation statement. I cannot tell you how many times within the past few days I've watched this video. Can't even tell you. What I was trying to do, I don't do no body analysis, things like that. That's not my field. I don't know anything about that. I more so just kept replaying over and over and over again because I was trying to figure out what was the goal and what was the intention of that video. So I did a little bit of research about the video. So I believe it was 2 days after the strip search of Michael that he wanted to do this statement. So he went live. This was a live video. It was live on CNN, and I'm assuming that publicist or whomever, excuse me, I have to burp. Publicists or whomever reached out to other news organizations, news companies to try to air this live. But but I guess, because I don't want to say only because I don't know who else aired this live, but it was noted that CNN did actually air this live, and other channels like NBC, things like that, they just made it available to affiliate channels. So the reason why I feel like this statement was so just necessary was the fact that Michael, especially around that time, he was a very private person. He didn't really do he has interviews, but compared to other celebrities, I don't think he has had as many, especially from, I guess, up to that time period. And it was important to hear his take on it. And we also have to consider the time period that this was done. So we're not living in a society where it's one of two things. When it comes to celebrities being accused of a crime, a lot of the times they don't say anything. Not to say that it's any admission of guilt or not, but a lot of the times they don't say anything. And we're living in an era where it's very easy to just go on Instagram, go on YouTube, go live stream and make your point, make a statement, and keep it pushing, and it'll go viral, right? But in this situation, we're talking about having to set up via satellite to make a statement. And Michael didn't have to do this, but I felt like he did it because of so many reasons. The media, he made it very clear that the media is twisting and not handling the situation properly. And we know how the media can get. At that point, he already knew what the media was about before the allegations, because there were so many, made up stories about him, and the press and things of that, trying to invade in his private life, make up stories about him, and he just knew anything involving his name would be a media circus. And also, I feel like he was trying to call out the sheriff's department. And I feel that that kind of added more onto, I guess, Tom Snedden's hate of him, because he called them out and said, listen, I was subjected to this strip search. You guys took pictures of me, tried to see if I had vitiligo or not, and then essentially came back for more pictures. And I was reading that and also I heard something. I don't want to mix things, 'cause I really don't remember where I got it from, but they were trying to, it was almost like the Chandler's camp, and I'm not even gonna say Jordy Chandler, because I honestly don't hold child Jordy Chandler I don't hold him accountable for these accusations, because it's evident that it was his father. It would be nice if he were to say something now, but I'm not pressing the issue, because we can only imagine the trauma that he actually had to go through to actually go against somebody that he cared about. So we're not even going to get into that, but it was clear that their camp, they were very sneaky and just all around conniving in how they wanted to play this out. And I heard, God, if somebody can link in the comments, if they know exactly where I got this from, but it was kind of like it didn't really matter if Jordy Chandler's description of Michael's genitals actually mattered, because Michael had vitiligo. So it was like, because vitiligo is the deep pigmentation of the skin, and it could move at a very rapid pace. It's like the blotches that would have been there could have changed rapidly. So it could have been small, and then it could have just increasingly got bigger. So it was kind of like it doesn't even matter if Jordy said, oh, it looks like this one day, because months later it could look like something else. So the fact that they went back for more pictures, I don't know if that was the reasoning behind them taking more pictures, because of the vitiligo, and wanted to see how rapidly it could change. But I don't know if within a matter of days it could change that fast. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, I can't tell you, but I find that kind of like, what are you going back for more pictures for, is what I'm not really understanding. And I guess that was Michael's point of, you guys were what's the word I'm looking for, you guys were the ones doing misconduct, because I'm not, how thorough do you need to be in taking those type of pictures? How many pictures do you need to take? I don't want to be graphic, but front, back, side, that's it. So why do you need to take more pictures? So he made that clear, that he made it very clear what he was told. And I like the fact that he didn't go too much into detail that it could harm his case, but the fact that he let the public know that, listen, they told me that I had to do this, and that if I did not, then basically it was an admission of guilt, this, that, and the third, and it wouldn't help my case, and I did it, and if this is what I have to do, then so be it. Honestly, I can't speak into anyone's mind, but also, why would he do the search and then talk about it later, if there was going to be some kind of evidence to suggest that he was guilty? Nobody can really explain that. And I honestly, I want to know if somebody actually has any education, any background in law or in social work, things like that, because I want to know. But then again, the laws have changed so much. But I just wanted to know, what is the standard procedure? Because if a child claims that they have gotten molested, I'm not saying that a strip search should not have been conducted, but I'm just wondering, how often is it that a strip search is conducted? But then again, would this have been necessary because of the vitiligo? Because there would be some distinguishing marks that they would have to do a strip search, because I feel like also, because it's so, because that's not really common for, it's weird, because now I'm thinking, like, Michael has vitiligo and was very shy to show off his body, and he was pretty much covered up. Pretty much, like, a ripping of a shirt would happen during concerts, things like that, but he was almost always covered. Almost always. And if you guys had seen this is so weird. He was almost always covered, and on top of that, the vitiligo. And if he had his genitals was covered in blotches, then that's another thing. Why would he? Guys, I'm having a thought process right now. Why would he be so open in showing that to a child? I'm not, like, either way, as a grown adult, you should not be having those types of relationships with children. But if this is somebody who we've seen on television that was so uncomfortable with showing off his body because of vitiligo, covering up the hand, almost always covered, are we really expected to believe that he showed his genitals and then the child not be afraid? You know what, guys, could this be to be continued? Y'all let me know. This is not funny, but I'm really having a thought process here. Like, I'm really trying to understand the logic. I'm really trying to understand. Okay, I guess I'll come back with this later. But the next video I'm gonna do is analysis of the 2005 statement. That one is super short compared to this one, but we're gonna do it. Let's go with the videos. Let's crank that shit out. So until next time, see you later.